Happy afternoon. So before I spend a few minutes on the topic, how many of you are from the first year engineering? Wow. You know, I think you're just 2 weeks old in the college, right? Huh? 2 weeks. When I started my engineering, in the first 2 weeks we were spending time getting ragged by the seniors. Whereas you are attending a fantastic conference. I mean, that is the kind of transformation that has happened in the education industry. So one thing I want to tell you, I have been associated with VIPS for more than 2 years now, and what drives me is the inspiration of chairman and vice chairman, and most importantly, Swami Vivekananda's teachings, because I stay close to an institution which was inspired by Swami Vivekananda. Do you know which one is that in India? Yep. Huh? What is it? Huh? DAV. No, I stay walkable 10 minutes from Indian Institute of Science in Bangalore. I think all that inspiration I get from, that was inspired by Swami Vivekananda. If you know it's more than 100 years old, you do some research, you will understand what was the kind of inspiration. I see the same kind of inspiration. Indian IISc of Delhi, he is here, VIPS. All the changes, all the initiative that we are taking is in some way inspired from Swami Vivekananda's, I would say, inspiration at IISc. Anyway, so I want to congratulate again Professor Nidhi Sharma ji. I forgot to mention, I think she and Vanita Bharadwaj ji, Bharti Seth, Dr. Bharti Seth, and the entire management for putting together, I'm repeating, putting together an initiative like this, exposing students to something very, very, I would say, innovative and futuristic, as well as in many ways what is required for the country today. Congratulations to you and the entire team, ma'am. So that is one. And second is, I must thank Nidhi Sharma ji and team, because I am getting an opportunity to talk about my core domain knowledge that I have in the last 30 years. I think it is for me, I'm proud to mention that here, you know, I have had the privilege of implementing some of the biggest networks in the country, which is what is driving today's internet, which means the foundation of internet was set up by me and my team about 25 years back, which is, I'm getting that opportunity to talk about that. Thank you for that. So let me ask, I think all of you are in first year, right? You just passed your 12th and, you know, you passed all the entrance exams and come into VIPS. As I'm repeating, you're extremely lucky to be studying in an institution like VIPS. I have a quiz for you. I don't know if I can give you an award, but what is the one single material, let me repeat, one single material that is driving today's internet? All of you know today our life is revolving, everything is revolving around internet, right? You want to call a cab, you use, you know, smartphone, internet, everything revolves around internet. Okay, what is the one single material that is driving today's internet? Today's internet. Any answer? Any answer on this? Huh? So what if I say I'll give you a small gift if you answer it right? Yes. Huh? Fantastic. Optical fibers. How many of you knew? I mean, I'm surprised. I think, and I'm really happy in one way, because you'll possibly appreciate the, you know, the importance of optical fiber. See, when I started playing around with fiber, I thought fiber means plastic. So actually it is glass or silica. Okay, so I'm going to share, this is, I'm not a researcher, or I'm not a scientist, or even for that matter, I'm not a professor of the, you know, of the caliber of people like Nidhi Sharma ji and Vanita Bharadwaj ma'am, who are experts in this topics. But I am an industry person who's had the opportunity to play around and implement, some real stuff in the industry using these materials. So it is more of a case study than any, in-depth technical presentation. This one. So we talked about Viksit Bharat. Let me tell you, I think every presentation across the country, when I go to IIM Bombay or IIT Jodhpur or anywhere in the country, I think it is my duty to remind all of you that India's three pillars from a tech point of view are these three. India AI mission, India quantum mission, and India's semiconductor mission. And all these put together, there is more than 1 lakh crores of funding that is happening from the government, which means these three missions will not only drive internet, it will drive chip making, it will drive problem solving capability for the country, or so many other things that are going on in Viksit Bharat. So all these missions or all these pillars is what will require advanced material, okay? How many of you think still copper is relevant? Huh? Copper is, when I started as a young networking person, age of some 23 or 24, everything used to be copper. Electric wires at home, copper. You connect a music system, copper wires. You connect the laptop or a PC to maybe the back-end data server. It used to be copper. There is a significant transformation that I have seen over a period of time. In fact, now it is coming to an extent that 90% of the networks are all fiber, which is glass, okay? So you will be amazed with the amount of fiber that is being used in the industry today, especially in the internet industry, okay? This video, please, can you play this video? So look at this video. This is the amount of fiber that is across the globe, undersea fiber. This one? Yes. Okay. I had seen some of the fiber that lands in India. Look at India. Quite a bit of fiber lands at near Bombay, where major service providers. Look at this. All these lines are fiber cables going across the world, connecting, and this is what carries internet today. You see that most of it is landing in Bombay and little bit in Chennai. So this is to the extent when I said internet is being driven by fiber optic, this is a fantastic picture. But this is at I would say the broadband and I would say the backbone level. But what is happening in at the front end level, you will also be amazed. So I had an opportunity of executing one of the biggest projects in the country. How many of you been on Konkan Railway? Anybody has gone on a Konkan Railway? I'm telling you, you take a train from Thane Belapur in Bombay up till Mangalore. There is no better tourism experience than that. It goes through something like 200 tunnels and bridges, rivers, mountains, and the most difficult terrain. And we executed a project when, one of my previous companies, 800 kilometer fiber network from Belapur to Mangalore. And when you have to go through this kind of a difficult terrain, the only material or only I would say kind of network possible was fiber optic, because it has to be long term. It has to last something like 100 years. It cannot be, when it is copper, difficult to maintain. So we executed a project which is 800 kilometers, and you see I've just put some pictures of Konkan Railway. It goes through all kinds of difficult terrains and, bridges, rivers, tunnels or whatever. So, I mean, I don't have the time to get into the details of how we connected, but while the backbone was fiber from Belapur to Mangalore, the last mile connectivity, which means it came to, let's say, one of the stations in Udupi station to the ticketing counter was copper. Okay, so copper still existed to some extent at that time, but the backbone was all fiber. So we talked about, right, how many of you know FTTH? Do you know that? What is going on right near your home? There are people digging up trenches and laying fiber optic cable, which means the network that was copper, which was coming on like a TV cable, today is all fiber. Which means up till a sort of a set-top box, it's all fiber. And then from the set-top box to the TV, it's some kind of a copper cable. So which means the last mile continues to be copper, but the fiber, the backbone, all over the country, all major operators like BSNL, Airtel, Jio, Bharat Broadband, all the Vodafone, everybody is laying fiber optic cable. So I showed you an ad where little bit like you can say BSNL is one of the biggest, fiber optic, they have one of the biggest level, but they are advertising at a village level, move to FTTH, fiber to the home. Unheard of, 20 years, why 20 years back? 10 years back, we were fiddling around with that, very, very, unmaintainable copper cables. And today, there are reasons why fiber is more important than other copper. And here, there is one more. I mean, India is building the biggest fiber optic network in the world, which is going to touch 230,000 gram panchayats. Okay, why am I saying this? This gives you an opportunity to innovate. One is maybe devices, applications around these high-speed networks. Can you connect 230,000 villages using copper? It's impossible. Difficult to maintain. I mean, many challenges in copper. Okay, so just gave you some, you see Disney Hotstar. Today you have, IPTV. All that is possible only with fiber. Okay. This is the difference. A 2000 for strand copper can't even match maybe a 200 strand fiber network or 200 core fiber network. And it still has more capability. That's the difference. And still there is unlimited capability in fiber. Of course, there are challenges in fiber, but easily it can be mitigated. So here's the difference between copper and fiber. You see the kind of speeds copper can provide and fiber, 60 terabytes, and it can be extended further. The innovation that you can do is further with devices and with innovation, you can increase the speed, you can increase the capability of the fiber. That's the unlimited capability of fiber today. And you see the hindrance is the cost. $8 to $12 per feet, whereas copper. But I think, see, the one major difference is copper, there's a significant loss on copper. Means when you, transmit electrical signals, there's a significant loss on copper. But whereas fiber, there is no such loss because it's light, getting transmitted to the fiber cable. And just, especially for the new students, a typical what a fiber cable looks like, okay? So, I'm doing so much work with so many, industry partners on AI. I thought I will give you a view of how AI can play a role in innovation in material science. So this is a house where by just putting in a picture of AI, and transmitting it through a lens, you can, extract the materials used in that house, every material, including from the painting to the sofas or whatever material. So this is, the pictures are transmitted or rather, fed into, on an AI platform, like a generative AI platform, and you get to see even the cheetah, picture of a cheetah, it has given the, what's the kind of, yes. So these are the innovations that youngsters like you, in the next 4 years, you're in first year today, in the 4 years, you must ensure that you get involved in at least a few innovations of this type. There are thousands of innovations possible, but I thought this is the most interesting and easily understandable. I picked up this, okay? I have, by the way, when you're using AI, just ensure that you're actually using your brain and not, putting on a chat GPT platform saying that give me some innovation. It's not going to happen. Only you need to use your intelligence and brain to really come up with some meaningful innovations. And as I think all the speakers in the morning have mentioned, sustainable innovation. See, fiber technology is not new. It is more than 100 years old. But innovations have happened. The faster speed, lesser cost, and so many things over 100 years. But it's one of the most sustainable. All the deep sea cables laid, some of them were laid more than 100 years back. Okay, so one is when you're using AI, I make it a point to ensure that when you're using AI to innovate and create some newer materials, create some materials that will be involved in responsible innovation. Very important. I don't have time to explain what responsible innovation is all about. Okay. So today you have great power on your hands. We are building one of a world-class center of excellence for AI and quantum technologies right at VIPS. There's so much of power that's going to be available very soon now. Use it for responsible innovation. Okay. And that's it. I think you welcome to India's new decade. I think out of the next 10 years, India's decade, I think you're going to spend most of you are going to spend 4 years. Wish you all the best and great innovative journey. And I think, you have the capability of disrupting the way today materials are being used, as well as wish you all the best to build make India a product nation in Viksit Bharat. Thank you. All the best.